Good morning, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, New Year, all this stuff, happy everything. I have made a lot of gifts for Christmas this year, but there are a couple that I just wanted to share because I'm super excited. They were new things, and some of them are cheesy. So like once upon a time, Chapstick used to make orange flavored chapstick, and that was my dad's favorite. And then they just stopped. And we tried for a while to find it on eBay and other weird places, and even trying to write them letters of, hey, I want orange chapstick. No avail. Well, I made some. It's definitely not orange colored, and it's kind of hard to tell that it's orange scented. And I've never made chapstick before. Took about, I don't know, 20 minutes. It took more time to receive the product to make it, but I ended up making about a dozen of them, so my dad will get a couple of them. Hopefully, well, I know they'll work because I've been trying one of my own for a couple days just to make sure it's not a horrible disaster. But I have a few extras and they'll get passed out to other family members because I cannot go through a lot of chapstick very quickly. I lose it before I finish them. But that was a fun adventure. And in theory, now that I know how to do it, it's really easy. I will try to have a gathering sometime while it's still a little on the cooler side, because this is something that's kind of nice to do to warm the house up instead of doing it while it's already hot outside. So do it like winter or early spring, get some people over and make some. Good times. Another project, I have a family member that uses her wife uses her great grandma's old pillowcase that was made by her old great grandma forever ago. I've always been terrible about how family trees break down, so for the sake of everything, it's just my cousin. Anyway, the pillowcase, half size, was handmade by the great grandma, for lack of a better title, and she also, it doesn't focus very well, handmade this lace that went on the edge. It's called tatting, and unfortunately it's kind of beat. It's older. It's what happens in time. So I repaired a couple spots where I could, so like some of the joints between each of these eyes, these little open loops, was gone, so I repaired some of those. I didn't have the right color thread, the right weight thread, or anything to create new in there, so I left that part alone, but I also patched the corners and a couple thin spots in the pillowcase. I know it doesn't show up super well, but it's more for just, yeah, it actually looks kind of bad on video, but I've patched the corners, so this pillowcase has a couple more years in it. But just in case, I made a brand new one, same size, and I ended up making lace for this one. This thread's lighter weight. This thread is lighter weight and a variegated yellow, so it wouldn't have matched what's there, and I ended up doing a different style, a different pattern of tatting, but I handmade the lace for this. It took forever. I really didn't, like, I know this stuff takes a while, but there's that general rule of thumb that no matter many times you do something, it's still going to take twice as long as you expect it to. This took like 3 or 4 times as long as I expected it to, but it's okay. I enjoy a labor of love. I did, however, screw up. There's a style of seam when you're sewing, so if you cut fabric, you have edges that fray. Those are your raw edges. There's a style called a French seam where you end up, in a way, folding those raw edges completely inside your sewing so you can't see them, they don't ravel like they would regularly. And I did that on this pillowcase, except that I did it on the outside. So there's this thick ridge here. This thick ridge is supposed to be inside the pillowcase, not outside. Oops. But it's done. I finished patching the old pillowcase this morning. That's why these aren't wrapped yet. And they will be unwrapped in about 2 hours. So I like working to the last minute. I really do. It's actually kind of fun. But the last one is well, they're all my favorite. But anyway, the one I think you'll appreciate the most. I made a shark. He's made out of fleece, so his skin is really nice to the touch. The button eyes are the hardest part, physically the hardest part. The sewing was actually easy. It was the stuffing that was the hardest part, and his mouth didn't turn out quite like I expected. But he's huge. the picture on the pattern shows, I don't know, a 3.5, 4 foot tall kid holding this shark up by the tail, and it's as tall as he is. It's not. This guy is, I don't know, 4.5, 5 foot tall? 4.5 foot. It's big. Anyway, my nephew is harder to sew for than my niece is. And when I saw this pattern for $1 to make a huge shark-shaped body pillow, I knew I had to do it. And of course, the place that I work, this craft store that I've been picking up part-time hours just to keep me sane, and well, who am I kidding, I like it there, has had fleece on sale basically the entire time I've worked there, so I've been getting a better deal on this. If I made this shark for profit, it'd be an expensive piece, but as a fun gift, this was a riot. Anyway, so those are the things I've made, and just wanted to share with you because I'm always proud of making new things, and also I get to continue hugging the shark for a little while longer. There's no way I'm going to wrap him, he's just going to get a bow on his head. But I get to hand deliver it to my nephew, or that's my intent, and hopefully he understands that this is for him, and hopefully it's also big enough that he can't really hit people with it. But anyway, Christmas went swimmingly this year, or the Christmas gifts part did. I haven't actually done the family portion of the gifting, but I think it'll go okay. And of course, as always, thanks for watching my videos. I really appreciate you guys letting me share my stuff with you. So yeah, talk to you soon.